My boss called me into her office and said, "We need to talk about what you did to your coworker's duck." I stared at Patricia, trying to process what she'd just said. What duck? I didn't even know what she was talking about. I work in IT support for a medical billing company. Nobody has ducks. Nobody talks about ducks. Patricia's face was serious, the way it looked when someone was getting fired. She said Marcus from accounting had filed a formal complaint about me harming his duck, and HR was involved now. I told her I'd never touched anyone's duck, that Marcus and I barely spoke except when I fixed his printer jams. She pulled out a printed email showing Marcus's complaint, detailed paragraphs about how I deliberately damaged his duck, how it was irreplaceable, how he felt unsafe working near me. The email was dated 3 days ago. I'd been on vacation for the past week. I pointed this out, showed her my approved time off request, but Patricia just nodded slowly like she'd expected me to say that. She told me to go back to my desk while she looked into it further. Walking back through the office, I noticed people watching me differently. Katie from HR turned away when I made eye contact. Marcus wasn't at his desk. My friend Ryan from the help desk pulled me aside near the break room. He looked nervous, kept glancing around like someone might hear us. He whispered that everyone had been talking about the duck situation for days, that Marcus was really upset, and that I should probably apologize before this got worse. I asked Ryan what the hell a duck even was in this context, and he looked at me like I was playing dumb. He said I knew what it was, that I shouldn't pretend I didn't. Then he walked away fast. I went to Marcus's desk when I knew he was in a meeting. There was nothing duck-related anywhere. No photos of ducks, no rubber ducks, nothing. But I noticed his desk drawer was locked with a combination lock that hadn't been there before. That afternoon, I got called to HR. The woman handling my case was someone I'd never met, brought in from corporate. She asked me to explain my relationship with Marcus and why I'd targeted his property. I kept saying I didn't know what property she meant, that I needed someone to tell me what a duck was. She leaned back in her chair and said the fact that I was still playing ignorant was making this much worse for me, that Marcus had documentation, witnesses, and physical evidence. She said the company took workplace harassment very seriously, especially when it involved destroying personal property worth over $10,000 for a duck. I demanded to see this duck to see the evidence, but she said that wasn't how this worked. She said I had 24 hours to submit a written statement and that I should use that time to think very carefully about my story. Back at my desk, I started searching company emails for any mention of ducks. Nothing. I checked our internal chat system. Nothing. But then I found something weird. 3 months ago, Marcus had sent an email to 5 people, including Ryan, with the subject line DUCK project. I'd been copied on it, but never opened it. I clicked it now. The email was empty except for an attachment that wouldn't open anymore. File corrupted or deleted. I checked the other recipients. All of them had been avoiding me today. All of them worked in accounting. I went to the server room where we kept backup logs and started pulling archived emails. That's when I found the real DUCK project file buried in the accounting department's shared drive. It wasn't about a duck at all. It was an acronym. And what those letters actually stood for meant Marcus had been doing something very illegal with company funds. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.